wear the khaki, but we carry more than just a bag. We carry dreams, grit, and a will to serve. This is Corpers Can, rising to serve, rising to lead.
Hello and welcome to Corpers Can, the show that inspires young Nigerians to maximize their NYSC journey and become the very best. I'm your host, Dimgba Onyekachi, and you are watching the Achievement Channel, Nigeria's first and only 100% motivational TV station, broadcasting from the School of Eloquence, Ikoyi, Lagos. Our topic is Corpers Exit Strategy, a 12-month roadmap to stability. Today, we are talking about a topic that affects every core member. Just like every phase of life, NYSC comes with a beginning and an end. And while many corpers think about survival during the year, very few think about what happens after khaki comes off. That's why today's conversation is so important, because planning for life after service is not optional, it's essential. Joining me in the studio are two amazing guests who will share their insights on this very important topic. Our first guest, Joyce, she's a passionate communicator and a creative storyteller with a background in mass communication. She's dedicated to inspiring young Nigerians to grow, learn, and make the most of the NYSC experience and beyond. Our second guest is Egwu-oti Favour, a fresh graduate and a newly called barrister currently serving at the prestigious School of Eloquence in Ikoyi. Favour is passionate, disciplined, and committed to using her legal knowledge and values to make a positive impact during her service year.
This is Corpers Can, rising to serve, rising to lead.
Welcome, Favour and Amy, to Corpers Can. I've seen your faces quite some time, and I'm happy to have you girls over again.
Thank you so
And
much.
our topic today is the Corper Exit Strategy, a 12 months roadmap to success. So, starting up with my first question, what do you think are the key things a corper should start with while starting the first month of service? I'll start with you, Favour.
As a corper, when you start serving, I think you should start from then to start planning yourself ahead. Yeah, because after service, you're actually going to face the real world. So you have to start planning yourself, what you want to do, what you want to become, kind of things you want to do, kind of businesses that you want to enter. And then key things that you can do to support yourself then is, for one, let's say networking. When you network with people, these are the people that are going to be your contacts later on. These are people that you can maybe rely on later on for businesses, for contracts, for, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so, and again, another thing that's very, very important is about saving. You know, when we save during our service year, after our service year, things will not really be difficult for us at that moment, because at least you have a capital to fall back on when you want to do anything, when you want to invest, because as you finish your service, opportunities can come up. You never can tell. So you can invest that money into something. You can use it to start up skills, learn skills, or learn anything that you want to do. So that's it.
Amy, do you have anything to add to what Favour said?
Yeah, I also feel sorry. I feel like at the end of the day, it mustn't be a soft skill. Some people are better business inclined. Some people are business inclined. So the ball game is to just something that will suit the career path you're heading towards. To. Some people might go into tech, but just make sure it aligns whatever you're starting aside and everything. I think have interest in it. Just don't do it. Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. Because at the end of the day, by the time you start stressing it, because nothing good comes easy. You easily drop it. But if it's something you have a knack for, you want to do, it's easy. So it could be businesses. Some people sell jewelry, some people sell caps, like little things, so that when you finish, not every PPA would retain their core members. So when you are done, you just have something to, hold on to. and no, you can easily slip into depression when you're out and you're not doing anything. So starting something small, it could be the soft skills, it could be ghostwriting and all, and it could also be businesses, because I think a lot of people have this whole, okay, now my mates are doing this, and it's always the soft skill, the online skills. To just do you. It could be hand skills, it could be making hair or nails, or something you have interest in, and your income can flow in when you are at a pause. That's your after your NYSC. Yeah, that's basically it. Same thing, but just making sure you choose right, or with something that aligns to what you want or where you're going towards. So that's all.
So basically, it means when you're starting something as a corper or as a youth in general, you have to put passion into whatever you want, because without passion, you just really be doing it just for doing sake. You have to add passion, and as you said, you said something about like saving. You have to save your capital so that you don't have anxiety after your youth service. You know that you can hang up to lean on to something after your service year. So do you want to add something?
Yeah, I would like to say something. If you're going towards business, remember that you are young and you have nothing much on you. I mean, money-wise. I'm not speaking for everybody. I mean, so when it comes to business, make sure you don't go for capital-intensive businesses that, you pour everything you have into and then have nothing. So it's like, small, or even if you want to start and you want to buy your goods, you don't have to use your whole money or the savings you've acquired to get the whole goods. Just slowly.
Basically, use your sense. Don't just invest all your capital in one little business. And what if something goes wrong? You don't have anything to fall back to. So just invest little capital, save some in case of any other unforeseen circumstances. So this will bring me to my next question, and I'll start off with you, Amy.
Okay.
What do you think corpers struggle with why do you think actually corpers struggle after their post NYSC, and how do you think the Corper Exit Strategy can actually help them?
Personally, we've spoken about these things, and like if you listen carefully, you would understand that if you don't do these things, you're obviously going to struggle. If you save for a whole year and you don't have a saving, when you come out, you'll be financially wrecked. So you're going to struggle. If you stay a whole year in a working place and you don't make side plans, knowing fully whether the opportunity to be retained is 50-50, then you will struggle. Basically, struggling is when you come out and you have nothing to do. You don't have any money to lean onto. You don't have any side business. You have no skills on you. So you're job hunting. Not bad because of the society, but be wise about it. You don't want to now spend up to 6 years, because the job market is very very tough. So if you don't have skills, if you don't build up your skills, network, work on yourself, be intentional about the life you want and where you're going to. Obviously, when you come out, you will struggle, because when your mates are going towards the next thing, that will be when you start doing what I've done over the 1 year, that's working on yourself, networking and everything. If you have your money, you can now decide to start something. If you are late, if you're not an early bird, you can decide to start something. That's only if you've saved. Do you get? The strategy now is what is going to help you come out of that phase. And then if you've not learned a skill, which is what we spoke about, then you start at that moment. At the end of the day, there's no escape to these things. It's a process, and you have to come through. You have to do every single thing. Like, it won't come to you. Nobody's going to employ you if you don't have a skill. You will not make money if you don't work. Basic common sense. So just do what we've said and watch it. And if you are late to it, don't be sad. You wake up at the end of the day, put in effort, you get through it. Most of us have been in a very bad space, and at the end of the day, we walk out of it. The only thing is not to remain there. I think the major cause for me is to keep going. I'm always like, I'm not where I want to be. This is not what I want. So even as I'm crying, I'm like, okay, now tomorrow I'm going to wipe the tears and keep going. Like, people are making it out there, so be among those people. I want to be amongst them. So
Me too. Favour, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I do. I feel one of the struggles that couples actually face after passing out is most couples, they don't actually know what they want to do. So everybody, you're just putting your hand here, putting your hand there, just because every other person is doing it. don't do things because every other person is doing it. Like you said, you have to have passion for a particular thing. No matter how small it is, as far as you have passion for it, doesn't matter what. Yes,
what you're going
it doesn't matter what other people.
Without passion, you wake up and you start something.
So you have to know what you want. You have to know what you want to be and what you want to become. How you want your business, if it's business, how you want it to be. If it's not business, if it's normal skills, like she said, making hair, nails, you can start up something from there. Before you know it, everything is you now become a big
graphic
enterprise.
Design,
graphic
video
design,
editing,
and if it's not, you can
photography,
take courses like marketing courses, project
management.
We have platforms like Coursera. We have other ones, but I use Coursera most. If you want to be a writer, we have Substack, we have Medium, you have Twitter, you have your LinkedIn, you know,
jot down.
That's true.
This
and
would help
with the 21st century now. Things are not really that hard to get like in the internet. So that's one of the blessings that the new generation now have. Yeah. So there should not be any excuse. So at number one, you need to know what you want first. You need to figure it out, because if you don't figure it out, all these things that we have been saying do not make any sense to you. So you need to know what you want and then follow that part. So
sorry. And to add to what both of you have said, you guys have spoken wonderfully. And also in the area of how Corper Exit Strategy can actually help, it helps to get rid of future uncertainties or future anxiety. If you're done with your NYSC, you don't have that whole ideal of what will happen to me after now? What will I do after this NYSC? What will become of me? The fact that you have savings, as you mentioned, the fact that you have passion, as you mentioned, if you bring these two together, it has already got rid of uncertainty and anxiety. Then also, it also helps you to learn marketable skills early. We have the vocational skills, we have digital marketing, project management, all those little tech skills, all those little skills. Once you start putting them into practice from your early months of service, by the time you're out, a year is like kind of enough to at least gain knowledge from bits of those skills. And you're already like made up, you're ready to go out and consume the workspace and the workforce and start something for yourself. So all those things are literally like things that are bred from passion and savings.
So I'm just going to say something, like just add like to this savings. You know, as core members, we're receiving alawi every month and all that. So after serving, after passing out and everything, one of the challenges I feel like corpers will face and they're actually facing is that transitional shock from the stability of you receiving that 77K to all of a sudden no longer receiving nothing's coming. So it's a challenge. That's why it's actually very important to save something.
You need to say something.
Yeah, something we also overlook is what we consume on the media and how we curate our life. If you want to be a great speaker, you have to start watching shows, no comedy. Like, have your playtime, know people. If you want to be into photography, there are people there. Like, you see people talking about their dreams, and then you mention big people or known people or even people that are doing well in that field, and they don't have an idea of those people. So within your 1 year of your service, you should be very particular and intentional about the life you want, the people you follow, the things you watch. Like, it is in the little things. It is in the way you wake up. It is in the way you speak to people. Like, they all matter. It's just, you know, look. I think people are being very lackadaisical about the life they want. So there's all talk and talk and talk, and there's no working towards it. It's about saving money, but it's also about what are you learning. It's about learning the skill and not now surfing online. You cannot wake up and spend your whole day learning something on Excel, and then after like 24 hours, the whole 3 days on your phone, there's nobody talking about what you've learned. You're not opening comment sections to, you know, see people say, oh, this is my challenges and what. Like, it would help stimulate your brain over what you've read and seen. So curate your For You page, create your TikTok. Before, when I was growing up, I used to do this thing. I would say, oh, I'm leaving socials. And one time, like social media, I'm done, I need to work on my life and all that. And one time my friend now said, because we always do it together, and then we come back. And my friend now said one time, oh, that, okay, we should just go out of social media again. Then, like, if you ask people that know me, I think within 2 years, but like for 5 months, I won't be on any platform, just there hibernating. And then I now said something like, you can learn from these platforms, you know, you can use it right. And actually, it was when I woke up. I also still have my downtime, but I also know that when I'm on my phone and I'm even surfing on TikTok, like, you know, people like discriminate TikTok so much. You still see that you learn.
Yes.
So yeah, just, but at the end of the day, just...
To add to what you said about this social media stuff, people consume it in the wrong way.
Yeah,
they only go there to feed on content
Yeah,
that
like-
are kind of, I'm not saying people don't live their real lives there, but they feed on unrealistic content and they assume that in their 20s they should have a private jet, they should have a big house in Banana Island, they should have
Look
a lot
at
of
people
things.
that have done it, read their stories.
Well, most times these people, they waited till they were even 40 before they could attain
Something.
a mass success in their life and reach that kind of milestone in their career. So that kind of content, once you're feeding that kind of content, maybe you're seeing someone that is faking their age on social media. They say they are 22 years, maybe they're 28, and then they're showing the Birkin bags, the unboxing, and they're like, hey, the Birkin bags.
We'll talk about this.
Then you see that kind of content, then you're not like, hey, that might be my life.
You
that
know,
might even, you're not looking at them like, I wish I was this.
But
guy.
if you know what you want personally for yourself, if you see the vision, if you know where you're going, you can't be pressured. Like, those things, they won't even phase you like, oh, I got a Birkin.
Yes.
Shami, I'm reading my course.
Yes.
I could still get the Birkin at the end of the day. So like,
once you see it, your mind is so shallow that you feel like all you can attain is a bag.
And you can easily slip into depression.
Yes.
That kind
and
of
you can easily get into depression. And then when you're in depression, you're lagging behind. You're just pondering, but you're not moving forward.
Yeah, you keep consuming and you're not putting anything out there. So like, also want to put out, so let people consume you too. You have to work on something.
We're talking about the whole social media. So now let's wrap all this conversation up. I basically believe that, as you said, use social media in the right way. Use it to learn instead of using it to destroy yourself, and to use it to make yourself depressed.
Use your block button too. There's some things you're not supposed to consume. There's some people you're not even supposed to listen to talk. Don't tell your brain, oh, I'm not even going to take it in. Block it, filter it out. Like, be intentional about the life you want.
Thank you, and thank you for this quick discussion. We're going to come back, and before then, I hope you'll have learned something from this first session of our Corpers Can, and I will see you in our next segment. Thank you.
Eloquence focuses attention on the message and the audience.
I found it very interesting, exciting, educative.
It was very beneficial.
Definitely would learn a lot, a whole lot.
Thank you. The delivery was second to none.
This is Corpers Can.
Welcome back to Corpers Can. I hope you didn't forget us. We are talking about Corpers Exit Strategy, a 12 roadmap to success. And to start off where we stopped, I'm going to quickly ask you, Favour, this question. What practical steps can a corper take to build financial career and personal stability before POP?
Okay. It's still the same thing we have been saying.
Yeah, basically.
So just save financially, cut down on your expenses and your costs, and then network with people, engage yourself, or find yourself in places where you think can benefit to you in the future for topics, whether it's social media or go for seminars or workshop where you know they can learn one or two things.
Okay, Favour. Sorry, Amy.
Yes, actually, same thing. Work towards what you want. You can, sometimes you work 3 times a week. So your 2 times you can intern for other people. You can learn something. I've said this over and over again, you know. Just be intentional about your networking. Be intentional about the people you meet up with. Be intentional about the places you go, the events you spend your time on, the books you read. Like, intentionality, like work towards that dream. Like
basically, to wrap up what you have answered, just intentionality is key, and consistency. Build up that habit from when you're starting up, so that once you're done, you don't have anything to worry about.
You already, even maybe somebody on your contacts is the person you need. Like, when you walk towards it, it's easier than when you're just, waking up. Like, as you're coming by, like you're an adult, so you have to think like an adult. You have to dream. You have to work. Don't be dreaming. Don't like sit down and want to do and not do anything. Just basically.
So moving on to our next question. How can corpers use the NYSC year to position themselves? Everything here is about strategy, personal positioning, how you want people to see you and perceive your brand, which is yourself. And how can they position themselves for employment or entrepreneurship after their service?
I want to go first.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I feel they can do so by selling themselves. What I mean by selling themselves is, showing. Most of us now as core members already have skills, so you can start showing your employers or your colleagues most of the skills that you already have. By then they might be like, this person actually knows this person, and that's way they might be thinking towards retaining you. You might have like a job security already without even knowing about it. So just sell yourself, just be good, you understand, be good with what you are doing, and always like face your work seriously. Take it very, very seriously. Whatever task that you are being given, always take it seriously. That way you can open doors or ways for you from your employers.
Do you have anything to say?
Yeah. Towards the end of your service year, you should be sending out your CVs. Like you should be sending out your CVs, because to retain you is 50-50. You could be, the best staff at the moment or the best core member at the moment, and you still don't get retained. So don't bank on being retained. Just keep sending out the CVs. The job market is tough. So work towards it, create a good CV, go on LinkedIn, watch people, use your key search words very well. If you're going towards this line, know how to curate a search prompt that will lead you towards those people. And then that's it. Hopefully by the end, you can, who knows, even before the end. And then I had someone that actually got a job before the end of her service, and she had to beg them to give her like a month extra before she resumed, and it worked out. So it could work that way for you too. So just work towards.
Like someone I know as well, during her service year, she always liked to post content out there, put her content. She was good at editing. So she miraculously.
Please let me tell the story.
Okay, so you can tell the story.
So she loved the content and everything. She was really good, and she was doing her job well. But unfortunately, I think she met bad employees. So like they dismissed her without announcing. I think they kept trampling on her rights, and she was outspoken about it, So they kind of dismissed her without letting her know. I think they just woke up one morning and said, stop coming. And then because of how much she's marketed herself, she was able to get an online job, and she's doing so wonderfully well. So it was just the marketing. So as she was working at her PPA, she kept on putting herself out there, going for events, like reading out and everything. You just see her and I want to be in the media, I want to do this. And she landed a job. So
it's also hard to do it, the whole media aspect,
the way she put herself out there.
She was outspoken.
And at her PPA, she was doing well. So I think she had videos and everything to, build her portfolio.
Yes.
Be like her.
So thank you for your wonderful answers. We have really gone in depth on this whole Corper Exit Strategy, and I loved the answers you gave. They're really informative to me as a person, and to people out there. I'm sure it really helped as well. So thank you for coming, and I would love to see you girls next time.
Okay.
Thank you
so much.
Bye.
Corpers Can. Rising to serve. Rising to lead.
Thank you so much, Amy and Favour, for sharing your insights, and for every corper watching. Remember, stability after NYSC doesn't happen by chance. It happens by planning. Whether you are aiming for a job, business, further studies, or a skill development, the best time to start preparing is now, not later. This has been Corpers Can, and I am your host, Dimgba Onyekachi. Until next time, keep growing, stay intentional, and believe in the future you are building. Thank you.